Hello, welcome back. Apologies. As we touched on there at the halftime break, we understand there was a bit of a sound issue. Hopefully that should be resolved now. So great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from around the world. It's wonderful to have you with us as we get set and into this second half of this EuroLeague Week 37 match, round 37 match between ASVEL and Crvena Zvezda. And as they'll get us started, the scoring in the third quarter by Njai gets us back to a 10-point margin. Jordan Nawara slipping and sliding around on the court, gets his feet again, hands it back to Miller McIntyre. Miller McIntyre driving into the lane, kicks it out wide to the left. Over the top, Miljanovic trying to get it to go. That's going to be a shot clock violation against Crvena Zvezda. So it will now be ASVEL ball. And it comes to Abua, who hands off now. Shaquille Harrison brings it across half court. Harrison just working with Mbai Njai. Rolled back in. Harrison under the hoop. Ends up with contact on his back from Jaciel Rivero. He's couldn't control the attempted block. So Harrison should go to the line for two here. 2 free throws for Shaquille Harrison for ASVEL. Again, great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to get involved in those comments. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching from around the world. Harrison hits his first free throw. Always good to see where our viewers are tuning in from. Let us know how you're spending your Friday night or Saturday morning, depending what part of the world you're in. Saturday morning here in Australia. Harrison with a second. And ball inbounded from Davidovac. Miller McIntyre drives it down court. They kick it out looking at a potential three. Decide better of it. Back to Miller McIntyre. He gives it off now to Monique. Monique gave it for Angeli. He couldn't get it to go there. Harrison brings it away. And now they set for a three quickly. ASVEL, what a shot. Brian Angola. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point ball game. A 7-point run to start this half from ASVEL. They're right back in it. Miller McIntyre just passed that ball then to Monique, and he nearly missed the pass altogether. Wasn't expecting it. They get the rebound. ASVEL. Harrison gives it off. The three-point shot doesn't stick. Excuse me. Does not stick. In underneath the hoop, that's a nice move to get the first points of this half from Chima Monique for Crvena Zvezda. First score of the half for them after a 7-0 run to start the period from ASVEL. Angola now on the ball for ASVEL. Just looking at options, pulling back. Gives it off to Harrison, who returns it straight away. Now Angola pushing into the lane. Just tries to flick it up and over, but the rebound easily taken by Jaciel Rivero. The pass, though, on the offense doesn't work out. Hits Harrison, the defender, and then Rivero just comes across and gives him a shove for a fairly intentional foul. That'll be Rivero's first foul. So it will be an inbound ball. All right, we're going to have a coach's challenge here on something. There you go, back a play potentially. Let's have a look at what they're looking at here. The coach's challenge. 57-50, 7 minutes 30 remaining in this quarter. I'll try and talk you through it once we get there. So they're trying to claim that there was a foul here on Cody Miller-McIntyre. No. Right, so the foul from Rivero, they're going to say that Shaquille Harrison was shooting. He's inside his own defensive three-point arc. It just seems questionable as to why he would be shooting from there. I mean, he does have somewhat of a aggressive pass/shooting action, but we're coming into what the referees want to adjudicate this. Will be called as a shooting foul. And smart basketball from Shaquille Harrison. It's not about the logic of it, it's about the act of it. So that's what the referees are saying. We can't determine whether or not it's a realistic shot from there, but if he is in the motion of shooting as part of that foul, then he gets 3 free throws. So Shaquille Harrison at the line, hits his first free throw. But if you're tuning in, don't be shy, guys. Get involved in those comments. Harrison at the line again. Gets his second. Hits the third, sorry. Yeah, 57-52. 5-point ball game. He missed the second. Hit the third. Ball kicked down now. Work it back to Miller-McIntyre. Davidovac wide on the right. Just pulls up and shoots the three himself. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by Monique. He just decides to try and pop it up over the top. Can't get it to go on the two. Whitey gets the rebound. Hands it out to Harrison. He goes down the left. Swings around. Gets up and under. And he's fouled in the shot by Chima Monique. With Monique's second. So Harrison back at the line again. Returns back to exactly where he was only a moment ago. Gets the first one this time. It's his fourth in a matter of about 60 seconds of free throws. Now he'll have his fifth to try and bring it back to a 3-point game, a 1-score margin. After they trailed by 12 at halftime just over 3 minutes ago, and he does hit that. So 57-54. Crvena Zvezda needing to win to make sure they do all they can to lock themselves at least into a play-in berth, if not keep chasing a playoff opportunity. Jordan Nawara drives around, slices into the lane. A little fumble there, can't control it. And another stop for ASVEL as they push down the other end. Angola out to Harrison. Harrison points them by and die and says, go in the lane. Harrison scoops around, lays it up and pops it there for Mbai and Jai. And the man followed the instructions and got the reward. 57-56, it's a 1-point ball game. And Sasha Abradovic has seen enough, the Crvena Zvezda coach. And he'll take a timeout with his team clinging to a 1-point lead. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and get involved in those comments. These games are much more enjoyable when we've got someone to engage with and you're engaging in those comments. So it makes my life easier and should make your viewing experience better as well. Just have a look at some numbers in this game so far. Both teams shooting at almost 50% from the three-point arc. Crvena Zvezda 56% from 2-point. And ASVEL 45% from 2-point range. So pretty strong overall. Crvena Zvezda 52.5% on all shots. And ASVEL just under 50% overall. 17 from 36. About 48%. Back underway here. Crvena Zvezda's cloister of travelling fans starting to try and get behind their team, make some noise. Another turnover there. They tried to get too cute. A little handoff attempted to Balombo. And just a fumble and it goes out of bounds. So Lighty now with the ball. Gives it inbound to Harrison. Harrison hands off to Angola. Back to Harrison. Chance to take the lead. Remember, they trailed by 12 at half time. That was after they'd pulled up a three-point shot to level it right on the buzzer at quarter time. Speaking of three-point shots, Angola drains one from deep to give them the 2-point lead. 59-57. The home crowd are up and about here in France. Butler. Nikkei back to Butler. Butler drives down the right-hand edge of the lane, tries to roll it up and over, but doesn't get it. He will get 2 free throws, though. Foul called on Paul Abua. So Jared Butler gets the first at the line, gets it back to a 1-point margin. 5:25 on the clock to go in this third quarter. Butler at the line again and doesn't drop, but the tip in does go. And they have the lead now again, Crvena Zvezda. 60-59. That's the best result they could have hoped for at that point. It's a long way to go in this one, though. Lighty back to Harrison, who's almost back at half court. 7 on the shot clock. Harrison drives into the lane, gets up and over, and drops down to give them the lead. Seesawing now is a fair way to describe it. Kalinic for Butler. Butler, a little spin move. Thinks about the step back 3 to size. Better off it. Gives it to Miller McIntyre. Kalinic driving into the lane. Fires it out to the left for 3. Doesn't go. A little handling error. Paul Abua just couldn't get hold of that. Just kept getting away from him, and then he lost his footing and fell over the ball, and he and the ball went out of bounds. So it'll be Crvena Zvezda the ball. Great to have you all tuning in. As I said, guys, don't be shy. Get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're watching from around the world, what you're up to on your Friday night or Saturday morning. Great to have you with us. Butler has the ball for Crvena Zvezda. Butler, a little switch behind the back. Slips over. And they're going to have a foul. Butler trying to claim that he was shooting. Foul called on by Ndiaye. I will say it's an inbound ball, not a shooting foul, so no free throws. 1-point ball game. Miller McIntyre. 10 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Kalinic. Little spin move in under the hoop and just swatted away by Ndiaye. Kalinic got a fingertip to it on the way out. Good block, Ndiaye, and then Kalinic just try to reach it. So it will be ASVEL ball at their baseline, defensive. Review here, coach's challenge. Tell you what, slow down on that replay. Just looking at this, it looks like both players might have got a touch, but did Kalinic get the last touch for Crvena Zvezda? Review is still going. Just waiting for the outcome. I think it might be successful. No, unsuccessful. There we go. Last touch didn't touch the shoe. That might be the last time that Obradovic listens to Nikola Kalinic or a coach's challenge. Oh. Excuse me. And here we go now. It'll be ASVEL ball. It will be Angola to inbound it. Hertel's back out there. He's the man on the ball at the moment for ASVEL. Pushes it out wide now. Ajinka. They get the rebound from the three-point shot, and then a backup three-point shot from Angola goes. And they now lead by 4. Miller McIntyre now for Crvena Zvezda. Ball's come off the boot. What's the verdict going to be here? I think it's Zvezda ball. Will be at the offensive baseline. Miller McIntyre to inbound. Gets it into Kalinic. Kalinic to Butler. Butler drives down the right edge of the lane, gets up and over. That's a nice bit of work. Hertel. And Jai. Beautiful three-point shot. Jinka gets that 3 for ASVEL. Now trying to find the response for Crvena Zvezda. Just the finger roll over the top for Butler. Now Angola at the other end. Little fumble there. Njai. Will be Crvena Zvezda ball deep in their defensive territory, inbound. So Miller McIntyre brings it down the middle. Maneke drains a 3. Hertel. Boa back to Hertel. Hertel driving in, little flick pass. Waved away, it'll be a foul. having a look at the outcome here. On a crowd shot's not helping our cause, so it will just be inbound ball. Edwin Jackson with it. Hertel fires it back at a rate of knots where it's handed off by Lighty to Hertel again. Aboa goes over. That's a nice piece of work. Under pressure, 2 defenders in your face. Just taking the 2 over the top. 1:34 remaining. Miller McIntyre just waltzes his way through the middle and squares us back up at 69. And he'll get the and 1. Lighty is objecting to the call. But at this stage, Miller McIntyre. I'll tell you what, David Lighty might just be right here. $69.69, but we will have Miller McIntyre at the line. Try and get his 12th point of the game. Take him to equal, 3-way equal second leading scorer for Crvena Zvezda. Behind Moneke on 15, alongside Nawara and Butler on 12. And he hits it. Gives them the lead by 1. 90 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Good to have you tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. So that's how we'll go to the free throw line as well. Miller McIntyre gives the foul. Into the bonus now, ASVEL as well. Hits his first free throw. Squares is back up at 70s, does Hertel. Takes him to 12 points. And gets his second, make it 13 points now. He's only 1 off the lead for them behind Njai. Now Miller McIntyre running the point. Calls the long boy to him. Kicks it out wide. Angele gives out the pass and Kalinic comes in and finishes. Inside the last minute of this third quarter. Remembering, Crvena Zvezda led by 12 at halftime. Until letting this clock tick down a little. Hands off now. Jackson pulls up for 3. Doesn't go. Angele takes the rebound. An 11-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Butler trying some step over and crossover moves. Pulls back, gets the inside lane and does well to finish. Gives his team the lead 74, 71, I should say. There we go. They can't finish at the hoop there in the end. Bodies clashing. Called for travel. Waved away, and that will be three-quarter time, and it will be a 3-point lead once we get settled there on the scoring. 74-71. Crvena Zvezda come back. Trailed by as much as 5 at one point in that quarter. It was a lightning start to the quarter for ASVEL. But just 1 quarter to go now. All on the line. Crvena Zvezda can lock in the fact that they will play at least play-in basketball with a win tonight. So all the pressure on them. Let's have a run through those top scorers again. For Crvena Zvezda, 15 points for Moneke. He also has 3 rebounds and 2 assists. We then have a look to Jared Butler on 14 with 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Cody Miller McIntyre with 12, 2 rebounds, 6 assists and a steal. And then we are back to Joel Bolomboy with 8, 3 rebounds, no assists. On the other side for ASVEL, leading scorer is Mbaye Njai with 14 points on 7 for 7 shooting. That is impressive. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 blocks as well. We then go back to Thomas Hertel with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Brian Angola, 12 points, no rebounds, 2 assists. And Shaquille Harrison with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. So some great numbers there. Interesting, Harrison, 1 field goal to his name, but 10 points. Has been to the free throw line 10 times. But here we go, getting set for this 4th quarter. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're watching from, how you're spending your Friday night or Saturday morning, depending where you are around the world. As we wait for this to get officially back underway, Crvena Zvezda with the ball. Let's run through those scores from earlier in the day. AS Monaco 93 defeated Barcelona 86. Anadolu F's 85 beat Dubai 69. We are underway here. Butler driving down the court. In other games, Baskonia Vitoria 78 leading Virtus Bologna 68. That'll be well into the 4th quarter. As well, Zalgiris 79 leading Partizan Belgrade 69. As Miller McIntyre finishes for the first score of the 4th quarter. Give his side a 5-point lead. So that Zalgiris game is quite key because they'll be looking forward to pushing themselves well into the playoff picture. 3-point shot is rained down from Ajinka. So ASVEL strikes straight back. 2-point ball game here. Just under a minute gone in the 4th term. Butler floats it up and absolutely jammed home. That is a nice move. Abuka Izundu. Hertel now drives the edge of the lane, just floats it up himself, doesn't go. Izundu's doing the work at the other end, takes the defensive rebound. Butler kicks it out wide for Miller McIntyre to go for 3. Doesn't quite go. Watchalong gets the rebound and then takes the fading back jumper. That is nice. That is very silky moves, and they get a 6-point lead again. A minute and a half gone in this 4th term. Hertel for Ajinka. Then Traore has his pocket picked, racing through, reading the pass is Butler. He gets 2 points for Zvezda. They lead by 8. They're turning up the heat here. Bai and Jai. Jackson. Jai back to Jackson. Jackson can't get over the top of Kalinic and gets called for a travel. I think he thought for a second he was going to get the foul call going his way when the whistle went. Things just not going ASVEL's way early in this 4th. So now, Miller McIntyre with the ball for Crvena Zvezda. Gives it off to Butler. Butler working outside the 3-point arc. A little fumble there for Kalinic, but he gets the ball back. There's going to be a foul called on the play. To be called on Brian Angola. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to get involved in those comments, guys. Very quiet again this morning. Let us know where you're watching from. What part of the world are you in? What country? And what are you doing with your Friday night outside of keeping up with some basketball as Miller McIntyre floats it up, and again, Izundu is there to just drive it home, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point margin. 2.5 minutes gone in this 4th quarter. ASVEL trying to find a response. Angola picks up, steps up for 3, doesn't go. A bit of an unintentional collision as Kalinic loses his feet, so it'll be 3 free throws. He tried to get to the side, just couldn't get to the side, and they both go to ground. Just needing a little more polish and discipline there. Butler checks out. Shaquille Harrison getting ready to check back in. And Gola at the free throw line for 3. Gets his first. This will be a turning point we reflect on at full time. Only time will tell. Gets another Angola. And a third. Oh, he hits all 3. Excuse me. 84-77. Great to have you all watching along. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. We'll have some more of the EuroLeague basketball coming to you over the coming weeks as we build into the play-ins and playoffs. Try and cover it where time zones and logistics make sense. Ball floated over the top, looking for the alley-oop for Zundu again. But we've got something pulled up here. Looks like it's going to be called on Angola. Inbound ball now coming for Zvezda. War is the man to inbound it. Miller McIntyre's there. Kicks it out wide. Kalinic fakes the 3, drives, drops it back to Miller McIntyre. He can't get the 3 to hit. And Kalinic, a little bit of a clip on Angola. So it will be ASVEL ball. 6:41 remaining here. Still well in the contest. Shaquille Harrison now brings the ball down court. Hands it off to Anjinka. Kicked out. 3-point shot. Massively airballed. Harrison takes the rebound. But we're going to have a foul call. Not sure if it's going to be a shooting foul. Let's have a look here. Foul called on Zundu. So there's a grab under the hoop, so it'll just be so we'll have a coach's challenge now after all of that. Pierre Poupé, the coach for ASVEL, will challenge the decision. I think he's trying to argue that it's a shooting foul, but it's definitely well before Shaquille Harrison got an attempt at a shot for mine, or even looked like shooting. It's more almost in the act of rebounding. Well, I might say that he got his hands up well enough. Interesting review, this one. Shooting foul could be really key, especially with Harrison getting to the line. Shooting at 80% from the free throw line today. Referee's still just reviewing. I'm going to say reposition the ball afterwards to get the shot. Sounds like what they're saying, at least. I'm interpreting this correctly, so. Taking their time, being very thorough, that is for certain. 6 minutes 24 on the clock here. 84-77. So in the other games, as we said, Baskonia Vitoria leading 82-77. 82-72, sorry. That is right on full time. And as is Zalgiris' game against Partizan. So Zalgiris will win. Looks like that will be 83-74. Still going through this. Looks to me like he's been fouled, then repositioned and shot. I'm trying to make sure they're getting it right, though. In terms of the standings, that'll uplift Zalgiris, so they should go to 22 and 15. So they'll pop in front of, and they will stay there where they are in 6th at the moment. But they'll be a game clear of Panathinaikos in 7. Monaco should go up a game as well to 21 and 16, so they'll leapfrog Panathinaikos. And Zvezda, if they win, could also go up a spot. So Panathinaikos could drop from 6th at the start of the day down to 9th at the end of the day. All right, so they're going to say the basket counted, and he goes to the line for 1 after all of that, Harrison. And he doesn't get the free throw anyway, so almost a moot point. 5-point ball game, 6 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock here. We've got Miller McIntyre on the ball. Kalinic lobs it in. They're just really overplaying that Azundu alley-oop move. Ball's gone out of bounds. And it will be Zvezda ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. So Miller McIntyre inbound deep on the sideline in the offensive territory. Miller McIntyre kicks out now. Ojale. Kalinic underneath. Ojale tries to come and tip it home. The foul called on Melvin Ajinka. And Jordan Nawara will go to the line for 2 free throws. Gets his first. And hits the second. Back to a 7-point lead. Ajinka now for Harrison. Bounce pass through the middle for Njai. Ajinka now back with Angola. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pushes it wide. Ajinka drives his way to the free throw line and pops up a little jumper. Can't get it to go. Miller McIntyre a fumble there. And Njai's making him work for it. Lynch thought about pulling up for the 3. Just a nice little turn move and take the 2 for Jordan Nawara. That'll be enough for Pierrick Poupé to call a timeout now for ASVEL. Well, certainly Zvezda now on top with just over 5 minutes remaining, 5:26 on the clock before full time here. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. There'll be plenty more live watch-alongs, including EuroLeague, coming at you over the coming weeks as the EuroLeague builds into its playoffs and play-in. So we'll have some games coming to you Friday and Saturday Australian time next week. So we'll probably try and bring you at least one, if not two of those. As we work through this timeout. Right, back underway out of the timeout. ASVEL with the ball. Dangola now, deep in the attacking half. Little tip there from Miller McIntyre, trying to read the pass and intercept it. Just fumbles it out of bounds. So with 8 seconds on the shot clock, it will be ASVEL inbound ball. Harrison with the ball now. Gives it Frangola. Quick turn. No look 3-pointer. And he hits it. That is nice. Reflex action from out in the left corner. 6-point ball game. 5 minutes remaining in this match. As they look to seal it out here, Crvena Zvezda. 6 points. Not enough of a margin to be completely comfortable. Nawara. Spinning, moving. Gets it swatted away, but they get his arm as well. So Nawara in the act of shooting will get another 2 shots at the line. Foul's going to be called on Melvin Ajinka. So at the line now, Jordan Nawara looking to add to his points tally. He gets the first. Up to 17 points. Doesn't get the second. Swatted back though. Miller McIntyre gets the ball. Fumbles it though, and on the quick break the other way, Harrison will take it to the hoop. 5-point ball game. 4.5 minutes remaining. Miller McIntyre's back there. He knows they need to control the tempo and possession. Miller McIntyre for Klinic. Klinic out wide on the left. Outside the 3-point arc. They're offering him space. Pops it in for Ajale, who just drains it from the free throw line. Makes it back to a 7-point game. Boa for Harrison. And Gola sweeping around the 3-point line, gets the handoff. Harrison's back there. They're almost back at halfway now. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Gola fakes the 3. They try to kick the ball back in through Njai, but it was intercepted. Now, Crvena Zvezda, you can see a couple of players just waving, signalling, just cool things down. Just over 3.5 minutes remaining. We lead by 7. That's the plan here. Zvezda working it now. Nawara, and bang, steps back, drains a 3. That's huge. 10-point ball game. That is clutch from Jordan Nawara. What can Shaquille Harrison conjure for his team? Gets the work inside and gets a 2. Back to 8 points. (94-86), under 3 minutes remaining. But a tech foul on Coach Poupe. No, it's against Harrison. Yeah, so Harrison with a bit of a a half flop and then decided to give the referee a bit of a bake. So it's going to be against Harrison. Awara takes the free throw, extends it out to a 9-point lead. And now to be Zvezda ball. Cody Miller-McIntyre looks fairly fatigued. He's played much bigger minutes, 32 minutes today. End up knocking on the door of 35 if he plays this out. Moneke gives it off. They step back. Another three for Nawara. Apologies, it was Butler who's out there now. But that has to be close to the death knell if you're an ASVEL fan. 2.5 minutes on the clock, trailing by 12. It's going to take something huge here. Jai gives it out. Ajinka back. Angola. Over the top. Banks it in off the glass. Gets two more. 10-point ball game. Miller-McIntyre will control the tempo here for Crvena Zvezda. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Butler now. Drives into the lane. Butler wants to claim that Harrison touched it. The referee has said no, it's ASVEL ball. Looking at Harrison's eyes, I feel like he might have got a little touch on it. Hard to tell on a full speed replay. We're going to have a coach's challenge here with 2:01 on the clock. And if he might have just got a fingertip on that Shaquille Harrison. Interesting times. I think he might have got a fingertip on it. But again, I'm about 0 from 5 on coaches' reviews today, so. 98-88, 2:01 on the clock. Coach's challenge just determining who the ball went out of bounds on. Original referee's decision was ASVEL ball. I think this should be Crvena Zvezda ball. Will be Crvena Zvezda ball. 2:01, 9 on the shot clock. Miller-McIntyre with the ball, lobs it over the top. Jordan Nawara down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out. 3-point shot goes up from Butler and he drains another one. Left edge on the 45-degree angle. Brings up the 100. They lead by 13. And I'm going to call it. There's no way they should lose this from here. Ball banked up and Touré's going to get the bucket. And he's going to go to in for an N1, I think. So ASVEL are going to do their best to try and prove me wrong here. 101-90. 1:41 on the clock. Traore gets it done. 10-point margin. Miller-McIntyre, a little bounce pass for Butler. Butler's just going to work his way in. Just leave the lane open for him to walk through and pop in a straightforward jumper. Now we're going to see some changes. 103.91, 1:31 on the clock. This should just be a procession from here for Crvena Zvezda. Lock in postseason basketball. Their fan group will be really happy to do so on the road. Angola on the ball for ASVEL. Traore back to Angola. Slices his way through. Easy bucket. 10-point ball game again. Now, Butler just trickles it down court in absolutely no rush. He'll be looking to try and wind this down and make sure there's less than a minute left when they hand over possession. 8 on the shot clock. They drive it in. Little bounce pass. Nawara over the top. Gets it to drop. And he'll get the N1 as well. And that's just some icing on the cake. 58.8 seconds. Exactly what we talked about. Using up as much of the shot clock as they could. and getting the N1 is just cream on top of the cake. 105.93. A huge thank you to you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. And if you've enjoyed this, hit subscribe on the channel. We'll have more games coming, at least 1 or 2 in the next round. And then we will see what we can do from there on after. As we head into the playoffs and play-ins, Traore. They give it off. Pressure on from Zvezda as we get into 44 seconds left. And goal, I thought about the 3-point. Little fumble there. Nawara nearly took it away. They take the 3-point shot, but they turn it over here. Miller McIntyre looking for Nawara, who has his pocket picked by Angola. Angola kicks it out. 3-point shot. Doesn't quite drop in the end for Edwin Jackson. And there's no shot clock here. 18 seconds on the clock. They will just run this down. And Crvena Zvezda will get a 13-point win in the end. 106.93. They will lock in postseason basketball. 2 coaches shake hands. Let's run through the leading scorers. And Jared Butler raced his way to the top of the boards alongside Jordan Nawara. Both players 24 points. Butler 24 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Nawara 24 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Next best for Crvena Zvezda, 15 points for Chima Moneke, 3 rebounds, 2 assists and a steal. And then we go back to 14 points for Cody Miller McIntyre, 4 total rebounds, 7 assists and a steal. Next numbers, Azundu and Bolomboy both with 8 points, 3 rebounds. And on the other side for ASVEL, Brian Angola led the way with 22 points and 3 assists and a steal. Mbai and Jai got 14 points on 7 from 7 shooting, 4 rebounds and 4 assists, and 3 steals as well, plus 4 blocks, some big numbers in total. I did miss Shaquille Harrison, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, doing really well there. And then back to Ajinka with 9 points, Jackson with 8 points, and Aboa with 7 points. So they're your main stat getters. Jared Butler gets player of the match from the fans on the EuroLeague site. But until next time, a big thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. We'll be back with some more EuroLeague action again next week and through into the play-ins and playoffs as we can squeeze it all in. We'll wait for all the ties to be resettled because it looks like there's been some changes in ties for next week. But in the meantime, congratulations to Crvena Zvezda who have locked in playoff basketball and, play-in basketball, postseason basketball. And we look forward to seeing you for round 38 of the EuroLeague, the final round of the competition next week. But until then, stay tuned to our channel for plenty more content, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon here on your home of the Black and White of Sports. No great opinions.